Test, test, test.
What the
Am I gonna, am I gonna be able to hear it on the iPad, right?
Oh, you know what? It's because of this.
what the
You hear it?
Yeah, I was hearing the video.
Okay.
I was hearing her live. Yeah. Oh, that's what the delay was from. I got you.
And we are live, back again with another episode. What episode this is? Nah.
20?
Okay.
It might
is.
be 20.
Yeah, it's actually episode 20.
And
And it's your boy Nick Torius back again on another video with my co-host.
your boy Gianni. Back again. It's my third time on the pod, and let's do it. It's just fun.
You know, I noticed that I never vlogged our LA trip.
That shit, we would have got some good footage. We went a bunch of places while we were out there. But remember when the first studio we went to was that dude Swavey. I don't know if you remember him. He was like a Pyru rapper, something like that.
Oh, Earl Swavey.
Earl Swavey, yeah.
Yeah.
We went over there, and that was the first time I was in like a real studio for real.
You think? All right. So do you think that he like amounted to anything?
I mean,
Like, is he a poppin' artist now?
that's hard. It depends what you determine your worth on. Maybe in his community he was worth, but I feel like I haven't heard that name publicly yet. So, in that sense, no.
I feel like my mic keeps going in and out.
Maybe. Do you feel like it's a sensitivity on it?
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, because I don't know. This is my first time recording this with a GarageBand. What is this, bro?
I hear your voice, but I feel like it's possibly the microphone. How sensitive? No, because my shit's going in and out too.
No, yours I hear perfect. Like right now, this is a perfect, but that it went out.
Yeah.
But is there like when we went on that trip? Was there anything that you wanted to do that we couldn't that we didn't get to do? I mean, you were there by yourself, but
I mean, yeah, there was a couple. I honestly, it wasn't necessarily a vacation. You know what I'm saying? It was more of a trip to go out there and network and build new relationships and stuff like that. But are there things that I would have wish I could have done recreationally out there? Yeah, for sure.
like what? Smoke more weed.
Yeah, that's definitely
Hold on.
sugar in the tank.
All right, so my mic is fixed now. Hopefully, praying to God.
Fix my phones. Yeah, we had a switcheroo right quick.
Damn, how do I forget if I turn it on? No, you know what it is, bro?
What's up?
It's from all those times where it's like I record an interview, right? And I forget, like, fuck, I didn't record. Here, can you put this over there? Oh no, keep the paper there, but put the mic away.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I'm gonna just use this one.
What were you saying right now?
I was saying how like, a lot of times I'll do interviews and then like I'll forget to press record or something or like.
Yeah, how often does that shit happen where you're having a great fucking interview or podcast and you check and the shit's not recording anymore?
It's mostly like when the phone just dies, bro. It's like when the phone just dies and I'm like, fuck. And I just look at it, I'm like, damn, I didn't record anything.
No, that shit happens, especially as a producer, bro. I feel like I've had so many times where you try to get the perfect fucking take, and then the person finally gets it right, and you weren't recording, and you're like, fuck, we have to run it back.
No, for podcasts, you just gotta remember, don't hit the table.
Sorry about that.
Now that the ground rules are set.
Not playing.
No,
I got you. My bad.
That's the other. All right, so ground rules of podcasting: don't hit the table and kiss the mic. suck
the mic stick. That's our first joke of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, write that down. Yo, did you ever grow up watching SpongeBob?
Yeah, I fuck with SpongeBob. Like, I'm not on it to the point where people are like, oh, you know this episode? And it's like, I know some episodes, yeah. But SpongeBob's fucking legendary.
What was your favorite SpongeBob episode?
Favorite SpongeBob episode? I think the one where he's trying to get his license. Well, he's trying to get his license in a couple episodes. But this one where he fucks everything up.
actually, I think a better question would be like, what SpongeBob reference like lives in your mind rent free?
Chocolate. I always hated it. that fucking line right there is everything.
Yeah, you want to see something funny, bro?
I was like,
I always have a drawing reference for everything, dog.
yeah, like 5 years, you're gonna have a drawing for literally everything.
Oh, I have a drawing for this. Well, I mean, I've already drawn like some no homo. What? No, I just since you said that, I never knew that about you, so I have to show you this while I have the chance.
Our chocolate segment of the day, everybody.
Bro, I used to love that show. I mean, I used to love that part because he's like, "Where's my no, not that one." It's like the one that he goes like, "Where's my drink? My diet, Dr. Kelp."
Diet Dr. Kelp.
Yeah, cause when I go to my mom's house, I'm like, you know, she gives me food and shit, and I'm like, "Oh, where's my drink? My diet, Dr. Kelp." And I say that to my brother, and my sister. They're like, "Oh, haha, that's so funny."
Do they watch SpongeBob like that, or are they just kind of clueless of your references?
No, we all grew up watching SpongeBob.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like people that watch SpongeBob, they have like a specific like sense of humor, you know?
No, for sure. I mean, SpongeBob connects with a lot of fucking people, but there are a few people that don't like it. So I can see how it's specific to some people's sense of humor.
How can people not like SpongeBob though? Like, or like the early episodes? I think it was the funniest show ever.
I mean, SpongeBob is probably one of the most universal shows of all time. Because like you can translate it to any language. All the episodes have some type of goofy idea or some shit that you could like. I don't know, they're fun. The fucking SpongeBob is fun, bro. You could watch episodes. You could be a 22-year-old male named Gianni and laugh at an episode.
Oh, look here. I feel like this was taken away from the podcast because I'm like half paying attention.
Nah, you're good.
Like, so he's like, chocolate.
He's a fucking skeleton. Yo, yeah.
He's a skeleton, and then like he's in a wheelchair, and I drew like because this one was like, I was like drawing the inside of my body, and it was like the ribs.
Episode 13.
Yeah, and then it's like these are like ribs, and it's like the meat is falling off the bone of the rib, and then he's like, it's like that character from SpongeBob.
Yeah, it's literally it looks the same. I don't know if you want to show the camera, but
I should, right? I shouldn't be a dick. Right?
I shouldn't be a dick, right? Chocolate.
I mean, they can't see it because like, cameraman, zoom in. But this one,
we're almost there, fellas.
You know why I fuck with this one? Because like how I was telling you off camera about like the wall of eyes, right? Mm-hmm. I was thinking in my head, like when I drew this, I was like, oh, I wonder what is beyond that wall of eyes. So I imagined myself having like a missile rocket launcher.
Blow up the fucking wall.
Exactly. And I blew it up, and then I saw this was behind the wall, and it was like, you know.
Yeah. Nah, fucking with you. Yeah. Nah, I mean, bro, your imagination is on some other shit, and I'm not saying that like just to say it.
Thank you. Like I'm crazy.
Nah, I think crazy is necessary. I think you need to be a little crazy to make shit like this. You can't be a normal person and make fucking your art's gonna reflect that. Your art's gonna reflect averageness, and that's not what your art reflects.
Yo, you know what's crazy, bro? One time I was watching King of the Hill, right, the other day, and up here I have, or like there's somewhere I have a bunch of art pieces that I was drawing, right?
I'm sorry, I still love the fact that there's a Gucci Man book, 2 books under a Tony Robbins book.
I feel like the Gucci book was more inspiring than the Tony Robbins book. Have you ever read his book?
I have not read Gucci Mane's book. No,
bro, that shit's life. Honestly, bro, that shit is life changing.
It's funny because I believe you, but hearing somebody say Gucci Mane's book is life changing is the funniest shit I've heard all week.
All right, you wouldn't expect that.
I mean, nah, he spent a lot of time in jail, so I do expect something from him. But I mean, for him to write a fucking book when he used to kill people is pretty insane.
I'm not gonna cap, bro. I feel like that book is just like Think and Grow Rich plus Gucci's life. Like he just ripped. If
Gucci were to write Think and Grow Rich.
No, but all right. What? Damn, I was gonna ask something. But what do you feel about like? Oh look, we got another. No, we got one. Yo, like the video so we can get more more viewers.
Throw us into the algorithm, please. We need it,
bro. That's something I gotta do more. Definitely. Like I gotta start like being like, yo, check out my other channel. Like do this and do that. You know, like subscribe to the Patreon. Like I never do that on my videos.
You gotta plug it because there's some people that are gonna enjoy that content more than what they enjoy here. So you gotta give everybody the opportunity to find that shit. Not everybody likes the same thing, and that's why we have multiple products to sell. That's why you give consumers options.
Yeah, shouts out to our sponsor, Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
No, I'm just kidding. Nah, in the last studio we had, we used to have a button that, like you press it, says Coronavirus.
Duking. I seen him do it.
Bro, I should have asked you for that. We should have done that before we started too. Like,
soundboard.
Yeah.
Listen, next stream, next pod that we do, we're gonna get nice and loaded.
I don't want to make no promises though, in case we forget.
Look, I'm gonna try my best to remember because I feel like that should be fun as fuck. We add 8 sounds to this. We get some help from a friend or two. Decide what'll be the funniest or what'll be most relevant to our topics.
Oh yeah, send us super chat and we'll put your sound that you want us to use.
Just like $100 super chat.
Yeah,
nothing crazy.
A light bag.
Yeah. But yeah. So this week it was Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, how was your Valentine's Day, Gio?
Pretty alone. Pretty
I
was at the crib. I ended up doing some DoorDashes and stuff.
Pretty lonely fans.
Yeah, pretty lonely fans. Ended up delivering flowers to happy couples, you know.
Dang.
Yeah. But I got tipped pretty nicely, so
that's dope.
Yo.
You get to see all the happy couples.
Yeah.
I mean, do you even fuck with Valentine's Day?
Listen, me, bro. I like all that. I like all that cute shit, bro. I'm into being a romantic, but I feel like with the right woman. So if you have someone to express that with or to, then I'm all for it. If you're just participating in Valentine's Day because you don't want to feel alone and you're going to like the best option that you have for the day, then you shouldn't be celebrating it.
Bro, I remember we had this conversation before, and I was like, "Oh, yo, Gio, have you notice that you get more play now?"
dropping more fucking content. Nah, but whatever it is that you, I do feel like that. Whatever you want as the reward, when you start putting the work in, you will see that reward come across more often.
But I mean, does every Valentine's Day, do you notice like right before Valentine's Day that girls become more friendly? Like, oh, I just saw this message from 8 years ago.
For sure. Listen, women are fucking hilarious, and men are pretty funny too. Not to say anything, you know. It's just that's something you see for sure, and it's definitely like a day for the girls. You know what I'm saying? There's no real guy that like, oh, I'm looking forward to Valentine's Day. It's mostly a thing for the females. And
I mean, it depends though, because I like buying gifts for girls. I'm grade A simp.
Yeah, but that's because you got to think of the reason why you do it. You like giving gifts to the girls because they like it. You know what I'm saying? Like if they didn't enjoy it, you wouldn't enjoy doing it for them. So at the end of the day, it goes back to like it being kind of for them if you think about it. But I don't know. Valentine's Day is a good day to express yourself. But I feel like if you're a good dude or a good lady, you're gonna treat your significant other like it's Valentine's Day every day.
Man, that's garbage.
Listen, yes, that day is significant. You should treat her better, or should treat him better.
Nah, but I don't
on that day. But
me personally, like I don't like when people say like, oh, Valentine's Day should be every day, Christmas should be every day. Like hell nah, bro. Like I love holidays because holidays, they give you like kind of this discipline, you know, like every year on the same day you got to do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what were you gonna say?
No. I mean, that makes sense. I get you. You know, and it kind of prepares you. It's like, all right, this time of year, this is the type of energy I give off, and it designates a certain area of time for you to do certain things. But I don't know. I'm trying to think on it.
No, like I wasn't like ever since I started like being able to like feel people's like energies and shit, like be conscious of it. Like I remember I was in like Brickle, and I was just like feeling like all the love.
My third eye just blinked.
But it's like a chilling feeling. You feel me? It's like, okay, you know, it's chilling. Like everyone, like it's like something to look forward to. Actually, that's what I meant to say. It's like you can look forward to something, but it's like it's so funny, bro. It's because it's like on Instagram, it's like a war, right, between like the girls that have Valentines and the girls that don't have Valentines, right?
It's funny. I think a lot of females end up using that. It's like their basis to what a Valentine's Day is. It's not really. It's a competition for some women, and it's sad. A lot of girls don't really give a fuck about what other girls are doing. They're like, "Oh, my man treated me right today." But there are some women on there who are like hoping that they had the best day just so they could post about it and like stun on other women, and it's funny. I don't know,
Bro, all right. So I know how you feel about social media, right? But do you don't feel like it's all right to stunt and to flex on the gram because it's like a fun thing. You feel me? Like you get that dopamine, and it's like, why not have that dopamine? You feel me? Like,
yeah. I mean, I love it, bro. Don't get me wrong. Like every ounce of my body wants to fucking. As soon as I get some money, I want to flex. I want to go pull that shit out of the bank.
Yep.
Post a picture with a big old. You feel me?
yeah, bro. You have all your accolades in your bio, dog. I know you want to flex.
Listen, yeah, and that has to do with our ego. You feel me? But at the same time, it's like if I do put something in my bio, it's in hopes for more opportunities. You get me? I don't think the main goal is to flex, but
Just imagine you flexing like that.
like physically flexing.
Not like
say I'm weak. Or
No, like flexing, like yo, look at.
Oh, like yeah, I got his bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I do have an ego, and I love to feed into it, and I understand that. But at the same time, I know that's kind of like fun in life. You can't just like, I don't know, bro. Something, especially when you come from a certain area, or not a certain area, a physical area, but just a certain place in life where you didn't have a certain. You grew up a certain way. You didn't have the luxuries that a lot of other kids had. When you get money, you want to flex it, not because you want to shit on people, but because it's like, damn, I came from nothing and look what I was able to achieve now. So I get it. It's an accolade thing. It's kind of like a trophy, a hood trophy in a sense.
You know, what was the last part?
No, it was just I kind of lost what I said, but what were you saying?
You know, it's the worst kind of flexing ever, bro.
What's that?
Like when you're broke flexing.
Yeah, it's like you're faking it till you're making it.
Cause like let's say, let's say
Faking it.
it's like let's say I'm like doing Uber, right, and I'm like, yo, someone give me a $50 tip, right, and I'll be like, to me, I'm like balling. But then it's like I can't post that on the gram because then the hoes gonna think, oh, this nigga broke as fuck. He's like happy he got $50.
Yeah. But listen, that's why there's always levels to it. I've had 4,000 or 5,000, and I've wanted to like post a picture of me flexing money. But I'm like, bro, there's gonna be some fucker on here with like 20K. Like, look at this little bitch flexing $4,000. Who does he think he is? And it's like, damn. But there's levels to this shit, bro.
Yo, it's like that meme when he's like, all right, pull out a stack.
Yeah, pull out a stack. Yeah, go band for band, bro. That's what you see on Instagram Live all the time. Go band for band and show me a stack. If you
like on some Island Boy shit.
Nah, that's funny. I remember seeing them, bro, and they didn't have no money, and they would not talk crazy like that until they got some money. Then that was their first argument. Oh, let me see $1,000.
They always say that like money doesn't change you; it just accentuates the person that you are.
Yeah, they say it magnifies who you are.
So who is Gianni with money? Like, let's say you had like 100 mil in the bank. Like, what kind of person are you gonna be?
All right, so me without 100 mils, I'm very frugal. I'm not someone who spends a lot, and when I do spend, I make sure it's on
OnlyFans.
on subscriptions. Only toes. Nah, I'm a frugal, but I don't know. I don't like spending money, but when I do, it's either an investment or it's on somebody that I love and somebody that I care about. Especially, I feel like we have only a finite amount of time here. I don't want to keep all my money, and I don't want to have all that fucking money in my bank when I die. I want to divide it, make sure everybody gets a nice little piece. And I don't know, I'm a giving person. I feel like I'm going to be just as giving with money than without it. And I'm also someone who strives to change things. So with that money, I'll use it as a tool. But who's Torius?
No, but you know what they say though? I was going to say that they always say that people always go broke because they give their money like, yo, bro, give me 50 bands so I can start this business, or yo, I need $20,000 to fix my tooth, or like, like to give to like the family, like, oh, granny needs a new like cane, give her $100,000.
Fuck that. Listen, granny can go get a cane on Amazon. I think
Amazon Basics cane.
We're tested too, bro. I feel like before, I don't know what other people believe in. I believe in God, but if you want to believe in the universe or whatever it is, it's cool. Let's use this analogy. I think you're rewarded when you're ready to be rewarded. Like, you won't be able to access a bag if you're going to use it fucking stupidly. And you can't be too nice either. That's one thing I learned recently is like, you can't just say yes to anybody or everybody because they could block your blessings. There's so many. I'm such a nice person, bro, that it almost turned me into a pushover. And it's like, nah, I had this year, not even this year, like the end of last year and shit, I had to really learn how to Say no to people.
No hitting the table.
Yeah.
I had to do the
he
same thing.
had to learn that. Yeah. Now he's able to tell people straight to their face, don't fucking do it.
Don't hit my table.
Nah, but it's
setting those boundaries.
my bad, bro. I know that shit fucks up the audio.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah,
Co-host.
I'll do it again. Co-host. Yeah, that's what you call yourself. Self-proclaimed co-host at this point. But
No, because you're gonna have to, like, once we start bringing girls on and shit and guests, bro, we're gonna have to be like super strict about that. Like, yo, no,
nah, I feel I'm gonna have to be the person that you're being right now to me.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I get you.
like worse than Myron.
Yeah. Hey, don't fucking grab. Yo, he's on point though, bro. Nah, I fuck with that. That's something when I watch Fresh and Fit podcast, I like how he dictates the room. He has a grip on everybody in a sense. You know what I'm saying, on the situation.
Right, but do you feel like it's like too much though? Like he rolls with like too much of a like iron fist?
No, because the second you hear it, you're like, damn, who the fuck is so and so? You know, who the fuck is he talking to? But at the same time, it's like you understand the reason why he's doing it is so that the final result could be the best it could possibly be, not to be a dick.
You know what I realized about from watching all these Fresh and Fit episodes, bro?
What's that?
Like Myron only kicks off people or like girls who he thinks has more confidence than he does.
So you think he's scared of like a real debate?
Yeah.
That's a fair point. I'm not a like I watch their podcasts because I do like some of the things they say, but I really just like the fact that it's a dialect between women and male and just perspectives in general. But I could see how some women, but I have seen Myron hold his own in certain situations where he has been wrong. And he keeps the guests on, but there are some guests that I'm like, damn, if I was the host of this show, I'd fucking kick them out. And he keeps them on for, you know what I'm saying, for a decent amount of time during the episode. So
yeah, you like
no props.
Kind of like, bro, that's so funny that his like whole like the whole reason that they got famous is because he's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, no, bro. The other day I seen the academics when that shit was fucking hilarious.
Which
bro.
one? When he got the blicky? Or?
Yeah, the girl pulls out the gun or whatever. He goes, you know what? He stands up, bro. He's like, I didn't want to say nothing, but you a bum bitch. We don't have nobody to take care of your kids. That's why you looking for a babysitter right now. Go handle your business. And I was like, nah, bro. The girl leaves and shit. And Myron comes back, and that's what you're talking about, the iron fist. That motherfucker. Yeah. Everybody to the left of the room. Go to the fucking left. The fuck are you doing just sitting there? I'm like, yo, he's going. But he's speaking facts. He was figuring that if somebody was in the line of fire, which the door that she left out of, the girl that had a gun, she could have shot through the door and it would have hit anybody on the right side. So I get why he moved everybody, but yeah, sometimes you got to be strict, bro. Sometimes you got to have especially when shit is like, you need to take control of a room or there's an emergency. You need to be strict like that. In my opinion.
One other, like, I was going to say that.
My bad. Does this feel like an interview?
Nah. I was going to, because I'm trying to figure out if this is like worth saying, but because I don't want to like, I don't know. But like one time Andrew Tate was on there, right? And he was like literally right after, because I don't want to say no conspiracies.
Misogyny.
But I don't want to say like no conspiracies or anything, but it's so funny because it makes me realize why Andrew Tate is so famous, right? But it's like what the things that he says. Oh, that's what I was gonna say before. Like I honestly learned more about women on Fresh and Fit from the girls, right? Like if you just like watch Fresh and Fit and you just observe the women, like that's one thing that Myron does good is that girls will have this layer of like lies, right? And like fake stuff that they believe. Yeah. But all right, so I'm gonna say this because it makes me realize I realized this today, bro. Girls always say like, why do guys have a double standard of like, why can guys sleep around with a bunch of women, but it's not okay if girls do it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a trick that girls do. You know what I mean?
To trick guys into thinking that it's okay for them to do it, or to trick guys into thinking that it's wrong for the guys to do it. That
it's okay, because it's like, if you think about it, dog, like life is filled with obstacles, and I feel like girls, they like the things that girls like in a man is like something that makes life harder for men, right? Like girls say, oh, I want a guy who has tattoos, right? And guess what happens when you have a lot of tattoos? You get profiled and life is harder for you. Girls say, oh, I want a thug. I want a guy who like a bad boy. So guess what guys do? Oh, I'm going to be a menace to society. So then guess what? They go to jail. So it's like if you listen to the stuff that girls say they want in a guy, like, oh, I want like a thug or a bad boy. Those things don't help. Like, that's not gonna make you a rich businessman who actually gets girls. Yeah. Like, if you're gonna try to become that, like, unless you already are that,
it kind of contradicts. Yeah, like the what you want from a guy in the first place. I get what you're saying. One thing doesn't add up to the other, and then you want him to be everything. It's like, how if you're fucking telling him to be two things at once that don't coincide with each other?
Exactly. But it's like in the grass, like girls is one game, right? But then you have the game of life, where it's like life. You know, you want to make as much money as you can so you can live a good life. You know.
Yeah.
But it's like, in order to play that game, you can't be that person who's like on what girls say they like. So let's say, all right, so girls will say like, oh, guys can sleep with whoever they want, right? But guys shouldn't really have like a really high body count, because like from a like energy standpoint, girls, like sometimes guys will just sleep with random girls just to say like, oh, I fucked her, right? Yeah. But if you fuck with the wrong girl, she could ruin your life. So it's like guys, since they don't have this like special boundary of like, oh, you can fuck any girl you want. It's like we have the freedom to fuck every girl without social consequence, but there's a different consequence. Whereas like girls are protected from that consequence and guys aren't. It's like a free range of like, yo, you niggas better figure that shit out, because if you sleep with the wrong girl, she'll ruin your life. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So you feel like you would refute that point with Myron in the sense that, because I feel like in his arguments he would say that the more powerful a man is, the more women he should have, and that's why the kings would have like 100 women and the peasants would have none. But using that logic, it would go against someone who's quote unquote spiritually in tune, and I only say quote unquote because for lack of a better term, I don't know exactly how to describe it. Someone who's sensitive to those energies, they might view it a little bit different. Would you refute that point with Myron?
Yeah, 100%. Because I watched this one recently where he was he had my friend Keela on, right? Who I interviewed before, and Keela was saying how like, cause I can tell Myron, he just gives a fuck about the number of bodies he has. Like he's the type of nigga that's like, oh, okay, I need more bodies to get to this number. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's using that as like a point system in a sense.
Yeah, like oh, I'm better than you because I slept with like this. I mean, at a certain point, bro, it doesn't really matter. Like once you sleep with a certain amount of girls, your body count doesn't matter.
I think like past like 10, you're pretty fucked.
For real?
I mean, how many fucking souls are you tied to? You know what I'm saying? How do you even distinguish what trauma or what positive attributes you get from somebody when you're involved with so many other people? That
was Keela's argument with him, right? And he was saying like she was like, because was one of the guests, his body count was like in the 200 to 300. And she's like, wow, how does it feel to have that many people's energies inside of you? But she's right, bro. Because my homeboy, that he would get a lot of girls, he would tell me that he didn't really sleep with a lot of girls. And I didn't understand, because I was like, for me, you know, like I was naive and I was like, oh, bro, I want to sleep with as many women as I can, because
if I was in the same shoes, I would take advantage.
Yeah.
I get you.
But it's like
there's definitely, bro, people look at it way different depending on the things they were taught. Some people live in a different reality. Some people believe that life is black and white, and some people see the world with a little bit of gray in it, and they're able to differentiate things. I think it's important to mix up a little bit of every ideology when you think about something like that. You shouldn't throw one idea out the window just because you believe in something so strongly. So I feel like Myra, maybe you should have been a little bit more open to hearing that out. You know what I'm saying? But I think also when you're at that point, you have that many bodies, it doesn't really affect you because you become numb to it. But it probably fucks up your spirit in a sense.
But I feel like, all right, so the thing about it is that in order to even obtain that many bodies, you have to be at a certain level. You get me? Because girls are more intuitive than guys are. So girls can always tell like, oh, I would sleep with this guy, or oh, I wouldn't sleep with this guy. You know?
Yeah, biologically they have like a compass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, because for me, I could see, like, if I see a girl, I'll be like, okay, I'll see a girl that's fine, right? Or she might look good, but then it's like my body is telling me, no, don't go up to her, no, don't talk to her. Like it happened to me today. Like there was this girl, and I was in the store, and then she was like, just standing there, and like, I thought she was cute, but then my body was telling me like, no, Nick, get away from her. She's not good for you. And I was like, all right. So I just like, she was like kind of chasing me,
Yeah. Do you listen to your gut all the time? And does it always prove you right?
When it comes to girls, yeah, 100%. But a lot of times, remember I told you a story last time, or no, like 2 times ago about like how when I didn't listen to my intuition or my gut.
Yeah. You ended up in a little rut. I don't remember exactly the specifics, but you did tell me it.
It was like with the needle. I used the wrong size needle. It was when Jim was here.
Oh yeah. That's
Wow, what was the time that you didn't listen to your gut and you were like, damn, you know what? I should have listened to it.
I think that's one of those things that happens very frequently when you're younger, and then the more you, not necessarily when you're younger, but when you're less experienced, and then the more you kind of go through it, the more you will listen to your gut. The last time that something like that has happened to me, I mean, shit, I always have gut feelings, not even in relationships. Like the last time I was trading crypto, I told myself to stop because I had like 4x my money. I put in like $40 fucking around. I turned it into 200.
You 4x'd your crypto?
No, not I didn't. Not 4x like FOREX, like the number 4 and then the multiple X. You know
I don't.
Yeah, I get how you could hear it, but maybe somebody else would actually hear it like that. But yeah, I multiplied my money by 4, and I told myself, all right, I was shorting the market, which means every time it goes down, you make money. I was like, fuck it. I was eating shit. I just put in $40 to play with it, and I'm an experienced trader, bro. I know how to move around these numbers and shit. I was like, fuck it, let me just put another short out because I felt like it might squeeze a little bit more. But subconsciously, I knew that when the new year hit, people are gonna be optimistic about crypto, and they're gonna start pumping money back into it, and things are gonna go up again. But instead of me like taking that instinct and me listening to myself and listening to my inner self, I was like, fuck it, let me short it. Ended up losing all the money, the whole $200 that I had there. And had I just listened to my gut and went long, which means betting with the market instead of against it, right now the coin that I would have been invested on would have quadrupled my money from where it was. So I would have had like 10x.
Yo, would you have invested in crypto if it was like, let's say like 1986 or like 1970, where you had to like go to like a brokerage and you had to like pay them a certain amount in order to like buy certain coins? Like, would you have done that?
No. I would have figured out how to become a broker, and I would have done the same thing I'm doing now. Because really all it is now is the platforms, they give you the same ability to trade but without a broker. So before, it's pretty much what it was like the broker was the middleman. You'd have to go through the broker to get through the market. But if you were a broker, you just had straight access to the market. That's what these apps are doing. They're allowing you to be the broker in a sense. You know what I'm saying? They're allowing you to access the market firsthand. You don't need no middleman.
So you think all these brokers for like stocks and all that stuff, do you think they're going out of business?
I think a lot of them, yeah. Most of them, yeah. Because there's a few families that probably really trust a few brokers, and they're going to stick to them and give them to other people. But there's so much quick money to be made in things like crypto that people are not worried about that shit. I feel like unless their reputation precedes themselves. Obviously, if you have a friend who's like, bro, I put in 10K and now I have 30K, you should talk to this guy. You're probably going to fucking talk to him. But that idea is kind of dying out. It's like taxis.
What about NFTs? You still fuck with those?
I fuck with NFTs. I think the technology is going to be something revolutionary. I think NFTs, the metaverse, that's going to be like the next internet.com boom. It's going to be fucking huge. But we're not ready yet.
All right, but do you think Gary Vee was right though? Like, you fuck with what he's been like saying about all that? Like, you think that his predictions came true?
I know he's been a voice in NFTs, but when you're in the space, you don't really go to Gary Vee for crypto information. But what did he say?
Well, he said the NFTs were gonna like be this huge thing, and like, yeah, they were, but they kind of like died. Like, for me, bro, you know what's funny about NFTs? Like, I never thought they were gonna be like this huge thing, right?
Yeah.
And I was getting into them early. Like I just saw it as a new way to sell my art. I was like, oh, you know what? I can sell my art as an NFT. As in it was just like another Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin wasn't really supposed to be this thing where it's like, yo, big like a gold rush, you know?
But the thing that people don't realize is like it's not some ethereal, like it doesn't carry no purpose. The reason why they're so successful is because they do carry it. But like Bitcoin, for example, is the first decentralized. You could have Bitcoin, you could send it to your buddy in Australia for a very low fee, for example. Let's say you have 50,000, you want to send it to another account. You can send it to another account for a very low fee. It's not traced. It's decentralized. This is the best part about it. But nobody knows. You can make $1 million in crypto and never report it to the government and IRS if you're watching.
But bro, how is it? How is it decentralized if it's on Coinbase and MetaMask and?
Listen, the platforms to trade them on are
those are centralized.
Those are centralized. You have to put your information in.
But you still putting
I'll give you give you guys a little advice here. Download KuCoin. I'm not sponsored by them or nothing, but download KuCoin. You don't need any information. You just go. You buy Bitcoin on your Cash App, send it to your wallet on KuCoin. You sell your Bitcoin when it hits your wallet, and you now have money to play with and buy any crypto. No name attached to it. You can make $1 million. You don't have to report it to nobody. It is all yours. It is all decentralized, and it is all non-traceable.
Period.
No, but that's really what it comes down to. And then NFTs are important, and they're cool because right now we all live in a physical world, but there's a lot of people who don't already. If you go onto Rec Room or VR Chat, there's these programs that are like they're video games, but they're metaverses, and you go on there and you could talk to people.
You can press close real quick. There you go.
So people they live in these worlds, and it's such a big thing. You go on Call of Duty, people pay $20, $50, $30 for all these skins so they could look different in this virtual space. People are going to do the same thing in the metaverse, but the difference is those skin packs that you get on Call of Duty, they could be replicated over and over and over again.
You have an Oculus?
I don't have a VR myself.
How do you be on metaverse?
You could do Rec Room without it. Like Rec Room is on the Xbox, it's on the PS4, and it's even on the phone. You can download Rec Room, and I could play with somebody on their PC, and I'll be seeing it through my screen, but they'll probably be on their VR actually like moving around and shit. Yeah, NFTs give us ownership of things. So like if you buy a skin on Call of Duty, instead of that skin being replicated and sold 1 million times, you will own the actual skin. You'll be able to sell it to people. You'll be able to level it up in the metaverse and sell it for even more. Like you could get a sword, for example, level it up and sell it for money.
That sounded like some Jeffrey Dahmer shit. Like you can own this skin.
Oh yeah, fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, it gives you ownership in the virtual world, and that doesn't hold any value to us today because we don't live in the virtual world. But yeah, it's gonna come soon. And if you want to be rich, invest in gaming crypto.
I was gonna ask you if you ever played if you ever staked or done any like crypto stuff.
I've done everything in crypto. I've staked. I've done contracts. I've done margin trading, spot trading. I've lent crypto. I've borrowed crypto. Anything you could think about crypto. The only thing I haven't done with crypto is mined it. I haven't mined crypto.
You need I remember you didn't ever make $10,962 with mining crypto, bro. Mining Bitcoin.
Nah, bro. Those fucking DMs are so atrocious, bro. Would you, bro? And then you see somebody knows a fucking bum, and they post a fake picture of $10,000. Like, oh, you came up, my boy. Like, nah, you didn't come up. That motherfucker got hacked.
Bro, I was so glad because, bro, all right. Hello, what?
No, I was hitting the fucking.
Oh no, yeah, I was gonna ask you a couple, man. Oh dang. But bro, all right. So I'm gonna ask you I'm gonna tell you my story of when I first got into crypto, when I heard about Bitcoin, and you tell me yours, right?
Go ahead.
So one day I was leaving work. I was leaving work, right? This was probably 2014 or 2015, right? This was early 2015. And my boss was giving me a ride home from work, and he was telling me about how he's like, yo, bro, I'm doing this thing where it's it's called Bitcoin. Have you heard of it? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, what we're doing is we're building these PCs. They have these big ass buildings that are filled with PCs, and they're mining Bitcoin. And right now they're worth like 60 cents each, but in the future they're gonna be worth like millions or like thousands of dollars.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was 2015.
Yeah, Bitcoin was pretty cheap back then.
Yeah, it was 60 cents, bro, each. And I didn't know about it. I was like, okay, that sounds like some adult stuff. I'm like I'm in college. It's funny because now all these crypto bros are all in college and shit, like the same age. But I thought that was some like grown man shit. So I was like, oh, I don't give a fuck. But whatever. And I'm so glad he taught me about it. And then later on, I had this homeboy and he said he was gonna make like, he was a porn star, and he said he was gonna make like these coins of like all these porn stars, and he's gonna put like each porn star had their own coin. And I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't understand it, but he was trying to get me behind it.
Yeah.
And basically, like, fast forward, you know, like we have this crypto boom, and I'm like, oh shit, like all this crypto is like coming to fruition now. But it's seeming like it's kind of more of like a fad.
It's hard to get into this because I know it's such a long fucking.
But what I was gonna say is that I'm glad that he taught me that, because now when I see these people like, oh, I got into Bitcoin mining, like none of these people know
late.
what. Yeah, exactly.
You're late, buddy.
Like I'm not gonna say like, oh, bro, I've been on crypto, I've been on that shit since forever before anyone. But it's like I hear about these things before. Like I heard about NFTs way before like anyone was like, yo, I've heard of NFT. I have NFT. Like I know people that like one of my ex-coworkers made like 60 grand off of like NFTs.
Yeah. What I have to say about that is like, bro, if there's a market that's going up and down, whether it's a fad or not, if there's a market that's going up and down that allows you to enter and exit, take advantage of it. Because there's always going to be money to be made, whether you think it's a fad or not. If you could put money in it and then pull money out of it, and that money could go up or down, that is a market. That is how a market works. Take advantage. If you see fucking NFTs going from $100 to 10 grand, that's a very volatile market. You might not make it there, but you take advantage, bro. There's certain shit like that you don't see a lot. And whether it's a fad or not, whether it's something that's going to stick around or not, any market that's moving that crazy, you should definitely try to make some money out of it.
So what was your introduction to crypto?
I think like fucking most people, Dogecoin. My cousin told me to buy it.
Bro?
Yeah, he told me to buy some Dogecoin, and I bought like, I don't even know, $60 worth. Mm-hmm. And then I bought it at what, 5 cents or 6 cents? No, 5.2 cents. And I remember one night I had like $200 I had to put into Doge like over time, and the shit went to 7 cents. I was like, holy shit, my money. Like I'm gonna be fucking lit. But I sold it, and that night
at what?
At 7 cents. And that same night it kept going, and I seen it go to like 14 cents. And I was like, no fucking way. Mm-hmm. So I started buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling. And it got to a point where I would buy and sell Dogecoin 30 to 100 times a day.
Well, how much were you spending on it?
So at first I would do like $300 trades, $200 trades just to get my account up and shit. It got to a point where I was putting in $800 trades. Craziest shit I ever done was like an $800 trade. I made $72 in 2 minutes. And my heart was like pumping out of my chest. But it was trades like that. I was closing out $16 in a minute, $20 in 2 minutes. Fucking, I had an hour where I made $300.
Where were you
trading crypto off a $500 account?
Where were you trading? Like, what platform were you using?
I was using Robinhood. For real? Actually, yeah, it wasn't so bad. Like, they had pretty high fees, but they let you like swing trade the market. They let you actually minute trade it. Shit like that. Bro,
okay, so now I have 100% confidence in like making like a money podcast with you, bro. Because you know all these words.
I have some finance history, especially in crypto and shit. I love that shit. Like, it's cool to talk about. It makes you sound smart, but I actually have a real passion, like a real interest for that area of life. I know things are going to start to evolve. We might even become fucking symbiotic with machine at one point, and this is the beginning of it. This whole metaverse.
You getting Neuralink?
Yeah, nah, I personally, bro, and it sucks because I'm so against all this shit. Like, I feel like it's really like the beginning of the end.
I mean, I
feel bad investing in certain cryptos because I know it's the beginning of our end. Like, why invest in a metaverse crypto if you feel like there's gonna be kids in 80 years from now that are playing in the metaverse instead of going out and touching trees.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about kids playing on video games, and this kid's playing outside.
It's
man.
already happening. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. You say that, but it's like,
bro. I feel like if the kid's not playing outside, that's the parents' fault, not the kid's fault. Because the parents like, oh, he's safe. Johnny is safer in the house.
it's an experiment that it's hard to test because it's like, what are the same people that spend all day on Instagram today the same people that spent all day watching TV in the 90s?
Yeah.
And are those the same people that spent all day listening to the radio in the 60s?
Bro, I spent all days playing RuneScape. How do you think I know how to do all this shit?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Does that percentage change based on time? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or are the same amount of people always going to be fucking lazy? Are the same amount of people always going to be successful? Does it change with the circumstances? So I don't know. It's a lot of factors. But yeah, we don't know.
I mean, what do you think is better? The Cardi B and Offset meal or the Travis Scott meal?
It's lit. I mean, bro, the fucking it doesn't make sense. It's like the Travis, what is it? The Cardi B and Offset meal is like a quarter pounder and then a cheeseburger. And it's supposed to be for 2 people. It's like nobody's gonna get full off fucking cheeseburger. So I don't know who that cheeseburger is for. We need to split the quarter pounder in half and then split the cheeseburger in half.
I think it's so that you can collect the cup. I have the cup in the trash can. Right.
Listen, what I was excited for was that adult Happy Meal, all right? And I didn't even get to get it.
What was
like
in that?
$11. I don't know, a toy for an adult. Or someone who thinks they're an adult who goes and buys adult Happy Meals.
Oh yeah, but those have those toys though, and like apparently those are like collectibles.
You know what shit McDonald's has done is supposedly collectibles. My favorite thing that McDonald's does is the Monopoly. You ever play the Monopoly on McDonald's?
Nope.
You gotta collect the little location shit off the cups.
Bro, McDonald's.
No, I was just saying that if you get a certain amount of like in real Monopoly, if you have all the blues, it's worth way more. The same shit in the McDonald's. If you get all the blues, you go to turn it in for a prize.
I never knew how to play Monopoly when I was a kid, so I never did it.
Explains why you're broke. No, I'm playing.
No, but then what was I gonna say? I forgot.
6 feet deep. Nah, but
Going deep.
we were talking about the McDonald's fucking meals, Offset and Cardi meal.
No, I was gonna say something. I really want to go behind, like scrub it back, but it's recording, so I can't do it.
Before that,
No, I was gonna say something. I forgot. Fuck it.
next topic.
All right, we're gonna all right. So we're gonna have a segment where we're just like writing jokes, right? Let's pretend. All right, so just pretend you're on stage and there's a crowd. All right, so what would you say? We'll just write that shit down.
What would I say?
Because we're stand-up comedians, so this is our podcast. So check out our footage of our stand-up comedy.
That is currently available on
It definitely exists.
platforms. The link will be posted.
Bro, would you think that you'll be able to take heckling?
Yeah, of course. Listen, when you grow up, like, I think someone who probably grew up in like fucking Minnesota or Wisconsin, some random fucking town, and then they come do stand up in Miami and they get heckled, they'll probably cry themselves to sleep. But I think if you grew up in any like if you grew up with tough skin, it could be anywhere. You could grow up in Louisiana, New York, Florida, wherever it is you come from. You grew up with tough skin, I think you could take heckling.
It's like being roasted every day by the black kids at the table
Listen,
at the school.
eventually you're gonna figure out how to make fun of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yeah, heckling exists before you do stand up. Heckling exists in fucking high school.
But let's talk about this heckling on the stage while you're doing your stand up. Like we're over here like writing jokes like, yeah, bro, yo, this is it. And then you go out, we're like spending hours doing it. And then someone's like, you saw it. Get a day job.
Read that book. It has better content than what you're doing right now.
Yeah. Well, nah, we should get into, we're like procrastinating right now. So, all right, so just pretend like you can grab the mic too if you want. Like, don't like pull it out, but like you can hold like pretend like, what's up? Atlanta, was my favorite city. Oh, make some noise.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, no claps. Great.
Wait, what kind of comedians do you not like?
I don't like. Damn, that's a good question.
Like the kind of comedy that they make too.
I think just anybody that's not, they're trying to appeal to an audience that's not necessarily them. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all just fake. Just someone who understands that if they talk about a certain subject, it's gonna do well because of what they're saying, but it's not. It's
Like-
not really who they
Like
are.
fake woke people.
Yeah, like a fake, exactly, like a fake woke person, someone who just figured out fucking about, vegetarian or veganism and stuff like that, and they decide they want to fucking go on stage and I don't know, there's certain shit, but that and I guess like hateful comics, like comics that
They're like too offensive.
no, not offensive, but comics that are offended. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's comedy. We're here to talk shit. We're here to say things that kind of push the boundaries. Why the fuck are you angry about a joke?
Like
You take
this,
the fun out of comedy.
this is what I wrote, right? I have to watch what I say because I will be no. This is like a skit that I made, right? Comics in 2022. I have to watch what I say because I will be canceled. Ha 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 ha. The whole entire special before I start any jokes, please don't cancel me. And the whole set is just a joke, and I'm trying not to get canceled.
Wait, was the ha 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 you or the crowd?
That's the crowd.
Okay.
No,
Got
but
you. Got
because bro, like every single I watch so many comedy specials, bro. Like every single time, dog, it's always the same thing. Like, oh, like it's like they're not saying their comedy, they're just saying like, yo, it sucks how like we can't say jokes because we're gonna just say like your jokes, bro. Like fuck all that shit.
Yeah, they're using the topic of conversation instead of just like cutting straight to the. They could use something that's a real story to get their point across rather than discuss it so like blatantly. I don't know. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You
like-
could hide it in the.
Like Dave
They put-
Chappelle.
That was a great. The closer was a great special.
But he did that in that.
He did it. He
He's
did
like-
it very subtly, but he
Eh.
gets but it's to the point where it's like he punches you, like the punchline hits right where it needs to, and it's whether you like it or not, you're gonna understand what he's trying to say.
I mean, because that was just what inspired, right? Because the thing is like all these little comics, they'll talk about like, oh, I'm not trying to get canceled. Oh, you can't say that anymore.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. It's like, okay, we get it. It's we all live in the same time right now that we're watching this. Okay, bet. But then it's like, like I just get annoyed hearing it over and over and over again. They're all just saying the same exact thing.
Don't you find it funny that the most, or that it would appear to be the most successful people are the ones who care least about getting canceled? Like if you look at someone like Joe Rogan, like I think part of what shot him up into that level was the fact that he was so cancelable. And then it's not even with Joe Rogan. You look at anybody like Aiden Ross, for example. Like just the idea that you could cancel somebody, it kind of boosts them. Not even the idea but maybe the things they say is just
I think
not accepted today.
I think Kevin Hart would be a good example because he's been canceled like 5-6 times and he's always been making these apologies and he's like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of making these apologies.
Nah, that's
Joe never made no apologies.
I like the fact that that Kevin Hart he spoke his truth, because what he said in one of his interviews was how much he respected Dave Chappelle for going out and saying what he couldn't say, because he has, and how he explained it was he has so many endorsement deals, so much money coming in, so many brands that he has to protect, that he can't speak about certain things. He can't go up there and talk about COVID. He can't go up there talking about gender issues or race issues, because he has a brands to protect. And if he ruins his own reputation, it ruins the reputation of the money that's coming in, that's feeding a lot of other people involved. So he can't, you know what I'm saying? But he's at least voiced it that he respects other comedians who willing to lay it all down.
My bad. I just saw it's like
No,
the Virgin Convention, like convention just for virgins.
I would love to see what the fuck they're talking about in there.
No, but what I was saying is that
Respect
like
women.
the thing about it, bro, is that like the reason I get upset about it is because there are some comedians who say super racist, super offensive stuff, right? And it's like there's this thing in comedy where it's kind of like the only comedy is like making fun of different people's races, right? And it's like that's not the kind of, like, the two kind of comedies that I don't like are like, I'm not like at SJW in any sense of the way, right? I'll laugh at like jokes about different people's races.
Yeah.
But it's like when a comic is only talking about like, oh, black people are like this. Oh, white people are like, Indian people are like, Mexicans are like, you know,
stereotype. Like,
yeah,
like say like black people are always late, and it's like, dude, that joke was funny in the fucking 90s.
it was, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when someone first heard it, you know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, black people kind of are late sometimes, but it's not that fucking funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get what you're saying. Though.
You know what's one funny thing though, bro? It like as a black person, the one thing I hate doing is like buying fried chicken and watermelon, and green beans and collard beans.
I'll show you a message thread that you cannot show to the screen.
No, but that shit sucks, bro. Like every time I buy like fucking like fried chicken and watermelons, I feel like, bro, what the fuck?
Group chats are fun. You want to talk about being canceled? How about you grab everybody you fucking love, everybody you think so fucking precious. You get Ariana Grande, everybody thinks so innocent. You go through their group chats and see if they never said anything fucking racist or gender specific
or baiting at the table.
Or banging on the table, yes. I'm gonna slam this shit if he says it again. No, I'm playing.
Don't bang at the table.
You gonna eat your cornbread? You never see the movie Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence? Great.
That's on my list.
Great fucking movie.
But bro, like back to what I was saying is that like I love fried chicken, dog. And who the like fried chicken is good as fuck, bro. Like no matter what fucking race you are,
listen, you can't go from saying I hate buying fried chicken and watermelon as a black person and re-enter the segue where it's like, I fucking love fried chicken.
Because bro, who the fuck doesn't like fried chicken?
But that's the thing. And I was thinking about that
that's
today.
So dumb.
I'm like, bro, why? And it's funny that I even fucking thought about this today, but it was like watermelon, for example. Who's to say white people don't enjoy or Hispanic people don't enjoy watermelon just as much? I love watermelon, but who's to say I enjoy it less or more than a black person? There's no. It's a fucking stereotype. It's a joke.
But it's so crazy because watermelon is so healthy for you too.
Yeah,
it's so packed with vitamin A and K.
I think it could be a racist joke in the sense that watermelon is cheap. And fried chicken is cheap.
No, it's not. That's so retarded, bro. Because
I mean, elaborate, please.
I'm speaking on the top.
Now we're getting into the gritty. Let's go.
No, but bro, watermelon is expensive as hell, dog. I don't know what you mean. Like whenever I go to Publix to buy watermelon, bro, it's like always $5-6. Like that's more expensive than an apple. It's more expensive than an orange.
You gotta think, how many people can you feed with watermelon? Probably like 3.
It don't matter, bro. I'm feeding myself. Like, that's just expensive.
Listen, I don't know. I'm just relating the idea that maybe a white person who's actually racist might find it funny that a black person buys something that's cheaper. But I don't know if watermelon's actually cheaper.
What are some stereotypes about your race that you don't like? That you'd be like, man, that's stupid. That'll be a good interview topic when we go do interviews.
It's hard to even like assume a full identity is one sided because I'm half and half. But I will say on my Cuban side is that we're all loud. It's like, nah, I'm loud.
They're right though.
You trying to say?
Hey, papo.
Hey, papa. Oye,
cállate, papo.
Decir algo. Oye, ven aquí.
That's one real true stereotype though. Y'all Cubans do be loud as hell.
Yeah, black people love fried chicken. All right.
Blatantly racist.
That is true as hell, though. You know, fuck, I'm walking off, buddy. Get off of this podcast. Nah. And then on my Nika side, supposedly we throw arrows. So yeah, that's
your arrowhead.
They call it a tira flecha.
What does that even mean?
It just means arrow thrower.
How's that offensive though?
So pretty much, Nicaraguan folk are considered natives, so a lot of them don't like that, and they're like, "Yo, we're not fucking native. We don't
like
have feathers."
Mayans?
Yeah, or fucking actually like
the Aztecs.
Like fucking think of Pocahontas. That's what people are insinuating when they call a Nicaraguan person a tira flecha, but it's not exactly.
No, I actually have heard of tira flecha. No cap.
You heard it first, ladies and gentlemen. He has indeed heard of tira flecha.
I didn't know what that meant though.
It just means arrow thrower. Like tira is like throw, and then flecha is arrow.
so surprised my iPad hasn't died yet.
Yeah, that shit's hanging on a string. And we have 2 people watching us.
Bro, that's so
Lovely.
bro, it's so insane how like views, right? Like when you look at views of like how many people view your videos and shit, it's like when you have 600 people viewing it, that's a lot of people in real life.
It's a lot of fucking people. But even if you look at it like one person viewing it, if they watch an entire 2 hours, that's kind of a lot from one person. It's not a lot of people, but it's a lot from one person.
Mm-hmm.
So if you combine the amount of people watching with the time they watch it, yo, nah, bro. I'm not going to tolerate this type of disrespect. As much as I want to bang on this table right now, I'm not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding.
What?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Nah, but look at, bro, like, and I know I sound like a dick rider when I talk about streamers and shit, but I'm gonna stream this year. So I look at all these people and I do a lot of homework and shit. And I go on it's a website, it's called like Twitch, some shit. I don't know, it lets you check all the stats and stuff. And when you click on a creator like Kai Cenat, for example, and you see millions of watch hours, it's like one human doesn't even live a million hours. So how the fuck are they pulling multi-millions of hours? And it's kind of cool to think about. It's like, damn, that means there's a lot of people watching for a lot of time. That's multiple people's lives. Like if you grab all that time and you put it in one person, they're going to live that life over and over and over and over and over again. That's a lot of fucking time to be watching content.
Bro, I still can't wrap my head around watching somebody live. I'm not gonna cap, bro. The only time I ever watch anything live is if I think there's a girl who's gonna show her titties.
That's fair.
Like if there's a percentage or like a possibility of like a nip slip, yeah. I'll be like, you know what, this person's live, let me check it out.
Listen, you know I like watching lives. It's like it's 2 a.m, 3 a.m, for example. None of your friends are awake. You're fucking bored. You go on Twitch and you're like, damn, there's somebody that's awake right now. And they have 3,000 people in their chat. They're all awake right now. It's something going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it's happening live. It kind of makes you feel like you're in the room with them, or I don't know, not necessarily like you're hanging out with them, but it makes you feel like you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you're at work.
It's so funny. I'm talking shit about live. We're live
people,
right now.
yeah, you have people watching all live like, hey, what about me?
Bro, if only like this audio, I don't know how No Jumper does it, but it's like they have their audio. I feel like I have to connect. Damn, bro, that's so much thinking. I have to like connect my iPad.
I'm being flirty on Valentine's Day for the live viewers. This is the quiet storm.
I gotta get like the thunderstorm. Yo, did you used to listen to that on the radio? Like your parents used to listen to that?
Nah, but sometimes I would scroll through and I'd hear, I just want to dedicate a song to my husband. We've been together for 32 years and he just means so much to me, and I want to play this song for him. He's so kind. Because
I when I used to make music, I made a song called that, and it was like about that.
What about like taking call or the
like,
quiet storm?
Quiet storm.
Quiet storm.
Is that like a Miami thing only?
I've only heard it. No, but that's definitely like, I mean, the quiet storm might be a Miami thing only, but the idea of a quiet storm, like the slow music on radio and people requesting that type of music to the people they love, that's just been going on since the 90s. Like people calling in and radio stations dedicated to only love music, or segments on radio dedicated only to love music.
Bro, imagine we're like, all right, next caller. What's your request? This beat broke out for me. I want it. This is dedicated.
You said like someone mumbling the fuck out of their call?
Yeah. No, bro, honestly, because there's this guy I watch, his name is like Lucario, right?
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of him? Mm-mm. Bro, his show would be the funniest shit on earth.
He takes live calls?
Yes. And it's like, that's what makes the show so funny. Because like niggas, because it's like niggas calling about like, yo, this girl, I went on this date with this girl. Like, bro, I don't even remember, like, but I've called him a couple times.
This was great is like back in the days, right? There was this I don't know if you ever heard of him. His name's Reverend X. And this is why we need someone on here. Bring it up. Jamie, bring it up. Pull it up. Reverend X.
I can do that, but I can't turn my computer too much.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. It's too much work right now.
Yeah.
So this guy, he had a slot, a local slot. Like it was it might have been in California, I want to say. And he had like an hour slot that would kick in like at 2 or 3 in the morning. And he was a self-proclaimed reverend and he'd go on there and accept calls, but he would talk shit. So like, you'd be scrolling through your channels on TV, and you scroll past this dude Reverend X. He'd be like, "I am God, bitch."
Was he on Tosh.0?
Yeah, he was
I
on
know
top. Yeah,
the
you know what I'm talking about.
The Reverend on the Mount.
So, bro, people would call him, be like, "I'm the devil. I want to talk to you." Bitch, you ain't no devil, you motherfucker. Yeah, I am God. If you the devil, come here right now, bitch. And it's like, bro, he's on local. He's supposed to be a reverend, and he's cursing. Bro, there's a part where he puts a DMX song, and he just starts crip walking. He goes, "Turn it up."
Bro, you actually watch his stuff?
Turn it up. Nah, there's compilation videos of his funniest moments.
That's not what because it was so long ago I saw him. I was like, damn, that was a real throwback.
He's a fucking legend. Listen, Reverend X is a legend. You going to, "You nincombe fucking poop." That's my favorite line.
Oh, you got me now. You caught me red-handed. You caught me red-handed. Bro, I used to download. I used to download those videos, and I'll show them to my homegirl like in class.
What Reverend X videos?
Yeah, like I used to just like watch, like find funny shit on Tosh.0, and I'll just like watch that shit, and then I'll just like download it.
Bro, were you there for like the beginning stages of YouTube? Do you remember like the first viral videos, like
no.
Scarlet Takes a Tumble or Chocolate Rain?
I remember Chocolate Rain.
That was a big one.
No, but I learned about that stuff late. Like I learned about Chocolate Rain because of Tosh.0.
Damn, that's crazy. What about what's this dude's name? They raping everybody out here.
Oh, hide your kids, hide your
Hide your
wife.
kids, hide your wife. Yeah, you found out about him when that came out?
Yeah, I think I think that at that time, bro. All right, when you're in high school, right? Like, what were like some of the viral stuff like from your like high school?
That's crazy to think about, because I know what I'm gonna say is like probably way different than what you're gonna say.
Because that's all stuff when I was in high school.
Yeah. Most viral.
So it's not different.
Fuck, dude, what was viral when I was in high school? I mean, when I was in high school, that was like the end of the Vine era / the beginning of the Instagram era. So I guess
Vine for me was in college.
Yeah, that's so crazy, bro. Vine for me was middle school, and then when I got to high school, Vine kind of didn't exist no more. It was like freshman year that shit was done. But that's me being a should have been graduate of 2019.
Isn't it crazy how our sense of humors are like changed now? So it's like the same stuff that we thought was cool, like funny then. Well, I don't know how you feel, but like it's like not that funny anymore.
In some sense, sometimes I watch an old movie that I thought was really funny, and then I'll watch it again. I'm like, damn, it's not that good. But there's other times where I'm like, damn, I thought this shit was funny when I was 10, and it's still fucking hilarious.
Bro, you know what's the funniest thing to me right now?
What's that?
Is those fucking if Freddy Krueger was black.
Oh my, yeah, and he pulls over. Bro, and you posted a story the other day, right? Where you're drawing and the song's in the background. I'm like, there's no way. Listen, I wanted to send you the meme so bad. I'm like, bro,
you should have.
Just leave it alone, bro. But it was fucking hilarious. I got it.
I think he goes, go the river, because no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I think it would be better in the fucking computer, bro.
Oh my god, bro. Let me go to my Instagram quick. I need that.
Bro, the first time I saw that shit, dog, like you be seeing those on TikTok?
Yeah.
The first time I saw that shit, dog, it was I think it was if Jason Voorhees was black. And then he just pulls up.
I think I have this shit here. I'm sorry, this taken away from the segment now, but this shit is fucking hilarious.
Cause no weapon against me shall prosper.
I found it. If Michael Myers was...
Oh yeah, it was Michael Myers.
That's too good, bro. And then Nick is over there posting it on his story like if it's a normal fucking song, knowing damn well he got it from a meme.
No, but yeah, it made me, because bro, like I love that shit. I don't know what it is about that's so fucking funny though. But it's like every time I go on TikTok, it's like now it's the first thing because it's like a trend. So it's like I'm like, oh bro, I'm so here for this trend, dog.
I'm glad you know that it's a meme. Because when I watch it, I'm like, bro, I don't want to send him this shit. And
right.
He could be like, I'm a fucking idiot, bro.
I never even heard that song until because it's so funny, dog. Because I see that shit happen. Because I'm from the hood, dog.
The worst part was you played it bass boosted.
Bro, it's so funny because I was getting gas, right? And then while I was getting gas, I literally opened my windows. I was like, oh, I wonder if anyone would notice this song. So I played that shit loud as fuck. And it's like, because no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Bro, that shit is like the fucking broken bass, dog.
That shit is too good, bro. Nah, I remember when Make No Sense by Youngboy came out. That was the meme. It's like when you play Make No Sense on your JBL.
I don't remember that one. Which one? How's it go?
Fuck, dude. Let me see it on my phone. I got you. It's the damn, bro. I could mimic the beat, but it's gonna sound so fucking stupid.
I mean, you mimic the.
Yeah, that's the bass on it. But if I do that on this song, it's gonna sound the same.
See, that's why I wish we had like a million followers, because then I'd post this and then the comments will be like, "Bro, that shit's so funny."
That's the fucking meme that I'm talking about. You see, Make No Sense JVL. That should be the perfect way to find this shit.
Yeah, I appreciate you, by the way, for like playing less than 10 seconds so that we can monetize this.
Yeah, we have to, bro.
See, you already know what's up, dog. I fuck with you.
I'm already knowing. Oh yeah, there it go. Super bass boosted.
Oh, I never heard that one.
Yeah, nah, but they had a meme on it. It was like, oh, when you pull out the JBL and put your favorite Youngboy or some shit.
No, the meme that like was stuck in my head for the longest time before, it was step one. You ever heard that?
Nah, I haven't.
It's like a song. It goes like so someone would just post a picture of their face or something, right? Or like a picture of them, and I go step one, and then it's like like a sad song, and it's like someone just like saying some random shit.
Nah.
You never heard that?
Nah, you're on your own, buddy.
Look it up. Since you looked up the other ones, look at that one.
I got you.
You go step one, and it's like every 5 seconds in my head, bro. It's like step one. I think that's the only thing you even need to look up. Step one.
Yeah, look, I think I found.
No, that's not it.
Not that. Hold on.
Look up step one TikTok.
Is it this? Hold on.
Yeah, that was step one. But it was just that one part that step one.
Yeah, and it's like the meme right after.
Yeah, now it's a different one. I think it's the fuck, bro. I forgot what it is. I forgot, bro. But there's this one that's like stuck, like like there's a helicopter and then they drop off an egg and it's like, oh, black girls are gonna be here at the party, and then it's like no one gets out the egg. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm thinking back to a memory, but I don't remember that.
How often do you be on TikTok?
The most recent shit that I've been saying, TikTok, bro, I rarely use that shit, bro. Like, if I use it, it's to watch your TikToks. Put it like that. Yeah, it's literally like just to see what's going on the 6 foot page. But I really don't get on TikTok like that.
Bro, I'm dead ass addicted to TikTok. I'm on that 24.
That's why I don't use it, because I know how addicted I am to Instagram Reels, and TikTok's just a version of that, but way better. It knows exactly how to like cook you. It's like
my TikTok Reels suck. I mean, my Instagram Reels suck. It just show me like cake.
That's what I'm saying. Your Instagram Reels, they have like a decent algorithm, but TikTok, I feel like they really pin down the algorithm. That's why they have so many people hooked on it. That's why there's so many kids on it. It's because like they know exactly what to show you, when to show you it, and how to show you it.
Bro, every single time, like, all right, so the thing is, like, I'll be like sitting on the toilet, right? And then it's like, all right, it's time for me to get up. And once I get up, bro, they'll show a fine ass girl. And I'm like, oh, does she have OnlyFans?
Does she have nah?
And that 2 extra seconds to like look at her Instagram. I'm like, fuck. Now I'm gotta go. Like, now I'm back another hour on the fucking.
I'll give you a pro tip. Go on her Twitter first. You might find what you're looking for. All right.
But you gotta look. You gotta see if she got it OnlyFans first before you go on the Twitter, because if she don't got it, if she don't got OnlyFans, type of girl,
you know. Yeah, if she's not posting.
Yeah,
she might be nice and innocent.
No, but if she don't have an OnlyFans, then there's no point in looking at the Twitter, because for what? For her tweets.
Yeah, because we care about what she's saying.
We care about her thoughts.
Who the fuck cares what y'all roll things at a time like this? Never see that Dave Chappelle shit.
What song? You know what? All right, so we were supposed to go to pretending to be on stage. So what would you be like? Like pretend you're like, oh, you're trying to divert it.
Let's pick up the pen, act like we're working on the segment.
Yeah. So my second joke will be after they laugh.
That shit's funny.
How would you open how would you open it, right? Like how would you open your
All right.
like
so
what would be your opening joke?
my opening joke, I think it would be like kind of like me acknowledging the crowd and them not acknowledging me back, and then me acknowledging the fact that they didn't acknowledge me back.
The thing is, bro, all right, so I always listen to stand up whenever I'm like about to take a shower, right? I just put it on.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's so funny. Most of the time, if they're a girl, I just change it. Because I give girls less chances because I already know that they're not going to be that funny. Because they're going to say a bunch of like woke shit.
Yeah.
But sometimes guys can't be funny either.
No, for sure. There's definitely. I would agree that comedy. I don't want to say comedy is a man's game, but I mean, if you just look at the statistics, bro, men go through harder lives, and comedy is best when it's translate. Yeah. High value men. But no, women live life on easy mode.
No single mothers.
You see, it is imperative. Nah, but
Oh no, my iPad died.
the iPad died, so our live viewers are now gone. Welcome YouTube to exclusive content.
Look at this one. This one's like writing affirmations. Girls think I have a big penis, and then and it says, "You accidentally write bug." So it's like a little dick instead of
A
a
big bug, nah. Oh, bug penis, nah.
But one of my favorite opening lines of a comic ever, bro. Like I remember I told you this. It was like, so the guy, he got in trouble and he went to the judge and he's like, oh, so you can either have probation or you can go to jail. And he's like, how long do I have to go to jail for? And then the judge was surprised because he's like, oh, no one's ever picked that option before. And everyone starts laughing. And then he's like, the judge is like, well, you can go for a month every day, or you can go for 3 months, but only on the weekends. And he's like, I didn't even know that people were serving their time on the weekends.
On the weekends, yeah. Bro, it's funny. I had a friend that actually did that shit.
Is that crazy?
It's so fucking crazy because the message you get and the way you perceive it is the funniest shit ever. It's like you hear your boy up and you're like, yo, studio session, come through. And he's like, all right, bet. He ends up folding on you. Yo, I can't make it today. All right, cool. Slide through on Saturday, bro. I can't. Why not? Gotta go to jail. It's like, what the fuck do you mean by that? It's like, yeah, I go to jail on the weekends. That's just what I do. I go to jail. And it's like, all right, buddy. And they serve their sentence over a period of time. I go into jail on the weekends. It's the craziest fucking thing ever.
Would you do that?
I mean, yeah, if I had to work and I got sentenced, I would take that over being in jail and not able to make any money. Fuck that. Making what, 60 cents an hour on the bullshit jobs they give you, cutting grass in the middle of the highway or wherever the fuck they send you. Fuck that.
Well, that's so crazy, bro. Like, but the whole moral of why I said this, because like I was dying laughing because that was a funny ass joke.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know, like he was just so chill about it. He's like, oh, I didn't even know. Like, we're going back to what we were talking about, how like comics that I don't like. Like I don't like comics that like do too much of like like on some Jim Carrey shit, you know?
You feel like it's like fart comedy?
Yeah, like I feel like that Jim Carrey stuff is like too much, you know?
Yeah. No, I get you. I mean, everybody has their taste. Me personally, I would agree with you. I'm not too big on like the facial expression. And there's some people that only they can do it. Like for example, Adam Sandler. He was fucking great in a lot of his movies, in most of his movies. If you go back to things like Happy Gilmore, if someone else were to play,
not cool. Let's pick your pants, man.
But listen, if you were to get that character and have any other fucking random idiot play it, that movie's gonna shit the bed. It's not gonna do as well. But Adam Sandler was Adam Sandler, he fucking killed it. And like I said, you get a random person to play like a stupid person who's in their 20s. Stupid, yeah. Massaging me.
Bro, we watch too much fucking Fresh and Fit, huh?
Listen, I watch too many streams in general, bro. You know how many fucking ideas I have on this little soundboard right here? Those 8 sounds I'm filling up.
Yeah, next time instead of spending like an hour talking about my drawings, we should spend an hour putting fucking
focus
sound
on the pot, not playing. No, I love your drawings, though, bro. Them shits are, they open up.
I appreciate that,
I
bro.
got you, bro. And I'm not saying that it's a dick ride. I actually fuck with like it's cool, bro. Seeing, I think art in general, you're able to see into somebody's mind. You know what I'm saying? And that,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, sometimes I look at people's art, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, the fuck you got going on up there, buddy?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so say jokes. And no fucking dicks, bro.
Dick jokes, yeah, dicks.
See, all right, so my bad, but that's another thing. Like, what, like talking about like your genitals and shit isn't funny to me. Like, this guy was like, "Oh my cock," and then everyone's like laughing, and it's like, bruh, like that's kind of like it's like the sense of like. That's kind of inappropriate, but it's like even though it's like,
but there's some jokes that like Norm had a joke that fucking it was hilarious.
He was Norm is funny though. Like this guy wasn't funny.
No, I get what you're saying. Like a joke just about genitals is not funny, but if you have some pretext to it, and then it's actually funny. Like Norm's joke was my doctor told me recently I had an oral fixation because I always put a cigarette in my mouth, or he had a cigarette in his mouth, and they're like, "Oh, why do you have a cigarette in your mouth?" He's like, "Oh, my doctor told me I had an oral fixation." And they go, "Yeah, how'd you figure that?" He goes, "He told me while I was sucking his cock." That's
kind of funny.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a genital joke, but it's funny. With pretext, it could be funny.
Writing comedy is hard, bro.
It is. At the same time, it's not. I feel like comedy is just as simple as this podcast in a sense. Mm-hmm. It's like, if you're good at it, you're good at it.
Oh, okay. I got an idea. All right. So I'm walking on stage. I'm like, everyone's like cheering and clapping for me. Yeah. No. So I have a podcast. Yeah, I know. Who doesn't, right? And then I just start crying on the stage. I just start crying on the ground. I don't know, bro. I couldn't think of nothing.
It's funny because I see you like so happy with your accomplishments, but to see so much shame on that stage.
I know, right? Bro, I have no idea what jokes I want to say.
Nah, I'd probably, yeah, bro. What the fuck would you? That's the thing. I feel like everybody thinks they would kill it in stand-up comedy. I would go up there and I have a few jokes that I would say, but the thing is, they're not even fully formulated. Like, I have ideas, ideas that are funny, but it's like I'd have to say a story around it.
Here, let's write down something that's funny about like the podcast, like only about the podcast.
All right.
Because I was going to say something like, oh, I have a podcast, but who doesn't? Like, we're like the new rappers now. Like, before it's like, yo, I'm Lil Rapper Boy. And I'm like, now I'm Lil Roadcaster. Like,
that's a good bit, though.
Something like that. I
see where you're getting at. No, that's good. That's literally, that's actually a good start. Like, if you were to round the edges out a little bit, you'd have something there.
Facts.
Podcast, something about a podcast,
bro. That dick is like throwing me out, dog. You just like, can you like
scratch it out? Yeah. By the way, everybody, there's a dick on my paper, and for some reason, it's distracting.
No, because I don't know, why. Because I'm like looking at you about to start writing, man. I'm like, bro, this is like singing a fucking dick.
Let me see what he writes next to the dick.
Yeah. Oh, look, has $30, $10 for gas, $20 for drugs. That's literally how people be though.
Damn, what the fuck would I say about a podcast? That's great. See, this is what I could do. Like, if I was rapping right now, and you're like, yo, topic, I could freestyle the fuck out of that shit. But comedy is so different. It's like, I'm not even used to this. I'd have to literally like, this would be like my first.
You know what it is,
when
bro?
I come up with jokes, I come up with them as it happens in my real life. I'm like, damn, that's pretty funny. And then I write it down on my notes. But to think about a joke on the spot, it's kind of hard.
You know what it is, bro? I realized it just now from you saying that. Because comedy is such a grandiose thing where it's like you start at the top where you're just like, yo, I'm so funny that people are gonna laugh at the fucking shit I say because I think I'm funny. And so that's why comics are always like, yo, I'm so like, you know, like they say self-deprecating things about themselves, right? Like they're like, oh yeah, I'm so dumb, I'm so stupid, or like whatever. And then it's like with rappers, they start at the bottom because it's like so hard to like, or I guess it's so easy to freestyle. So it's like they gotta boost themselves up. Like, yo, I got so much cars, I got so much money, so it's a lot easier to start from the ground to go up.
How it's opposite. And as I'm saying this, I'm just reading these 3 words right here.
Oh yeah, nobody writes dialogue better than Quentin Tarantino. What? All right. Why is that so funny?
Oh my god! Because that's when you think about the movie Django, that's all you think of.
Yeah, exactly. Like he just be writing that shit in for himself.
Nah, for real. You know what's funny when there's a Quentin Tarantino role and he writes himself the hard R? It's like, why do you want your character to say it? It's like on Pulp Fiction. He's there. He's like the guy they go to after they kill somebody or some shit, and he's like, "Do I look like the dead hard R storage?" And it's like you had to give yourself that line, really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, every single time Quentin Tarantino comes in, he's always saying that like hard R.
Yeah. But I think he does it to not prove a point, but like, yeah, make a statement in a sense. Like,
You
fuck
never
you
know,
guys.
bro.
I don't give a fuck.
All right, well,
Do what I want.
Dan Schneider would put fucking iCarly's feet. What
Yeah,
statement was that,
listen,
bro?
People are literally, yeah. Nah, that's fucking weird. Like, to have a child star, even a teen star, like pose their feet for certain shots just so you can get off of it. And it's crazy because they do a lot of that shit in Hollywood for real. They put a lot of people in weird positions that you don't even realize are like vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
But all the foot fetishists love that shit. They had a blast with that one.
So look, I'm gonna start right since you can't think of nothing. Give it up for Torius. Now I'm gonna take notes so I remember. Okay, we need use that one. We use that one. We use that one.
We did hear that.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been watching a lot of porn lately. You gotta be doing. You gotta do
I
laugh
gotta
for
laugh
real.
with you. I gotta,
Yeah. So I've been watching a lot of porn lately. No, that's too quick, bro.
Oh, my bad. All right,
You make me nervous, dog. So I've been watching a lot of porn lately. If any of you guys familiar with pornography?
Of course.
Oh, really? What's your favorite band? I was gonna say band. What's your favorite brand of porn?
I like the black midgets.
I meant like company, like my favorite porn company.
I thought you meant like type of porn.
Yo, I actually do good. Brazers, all right. So look, you ever be watching porn and then you see like a Brazers come? It's Brazzers, by the way. But have you seen like a Brazzers commercial?
Thanks
and
for educating me.
Bro, I be watching those commercials and then it's like I actually want to sign up, right? Because I'll see a girl with like a dog, right, in the forest in a pool getting fucked, and I'm like, oh, that looks pretty hot. Let me see if I can find like the free video of that or something, right? Because I don't want to pay for browsers. So I look up girl in a forest with a dog getting fucked in the pool, and I see all this bestiality shit. Like I don't want to see her actually fucking
Isn't
a dog.
There's wild that shit's on the internet.
But there's just a dog in the video. I don't want to see her fucking the dog. I just want to see
her walking the dog. Yeah, the dog's part of the fucking description.
But I'm trying to find
has nothing to do with what I want to see here.
Bro, this is my monologue, dog.
Oh my bad. I forgot that you were still in the middle of
yeah,
I thought you cut into your joke for a second. My bad.
Nah. I mean, all right, what were you saying?
No.
You can say it now. Well, you're supposed to laugh, bro.
My bad. I was
No, you're supposed to laugh.
Yeah,
okay. Now go.
Yeah, I was being a fake. I was trying to give some dialogue here, but I forgot you were in a bit.
I was trying to finish the joke. I was trying to say the joke, bro.
Oh, I'm fucking it up even worse right now. Let's just backtrack. All right.
Nah, you're good. But I think that's a good way to start. Like I'll be like, oh, does anyone watch porn? Ha ha. Like no, that was actual question.
And then all right, look, cut back to Brazers. All right,
Brazzers.
Brazzers. My bad. You ever watch Brazzers and then that's where you left off?
No, that was a joke.
Oh, that was a joke.
And then I'll just segue into like something else.
Gotcha.
Because it's like, it's just funny because sometimes I'll be like seeing the commercial and then I'll be like, oh, you know what? Let me type that. I just said it, so yeah. I don't really have to say it. But that's the thing.
Listen, and I know I fucked up your joke, but you said it so naturally that that's the only reason why I fucked it up, because I thought we were still like podcast mode, but that's really good. The fact that you were able to translate your comfort in a joke, because honestly, it made me feel more comfortable hearing the joke, to be honest.
Really? All right. So do you have? All right. So I mean, look how much shit I wrote,
Bro, you have a lot of fucking jokes. That's really good though. I have jokes, but they're all spaced out of my notes. I have like raps and jokes.
Yeah, no, it's like me, like that for me, because sometimes I don't want to be like looking up. Sometimes you just gotta capture the joke and you just gotta put it like immediately.
No, it's funny sometimes when I write a joke down, I'll put some of the context, but I won't put all of it so that I can kind of shape the story when I say it. But other times I need context to remember the base of the joke. And that's what I see a lot here. Like, you make sure you're not forgetting any point of your joke. Like,
I try. The thing is, like, it's not good to be vague. Yeah. You have to like literally write every single.
And if you go back to it later, it's like you can't really remember that shit. Yeah. Exactly. Sometimes you don't remember the punchline. You're like, what the fuck did I write this in my notes for? You know
like, like free do-rag for every Colt 45.
Yo, nah, bro.
Bro, that's why I feel like every racist thing you say, like, or you think has to go into like a fucking joke.
It's terrible, bro, but I feel like a lot of racist shit is fucking funny. And yeah, I said that. Me. Fuck, bro, I have so much old jokes.
I don't really think. Yeah, I think a lot of these aren't really that funny.
Yeah, I mean, you're not really funny, so.
Yeah, that's why I have a podcast. So I can
say it, and you don't, right? That's what you wanted to say?
No, I was gonna say it so I can make it into the context of it being funny because it's on a podcast, so it's funny.
You clip it. This guy's fucking hilarious. No, he's not. No, I'm kidding. Oh, look, world end trying to fuck bit. See, this is literally all I put, and it's like I have the context, but the context of this is like it's the end of the world. I remember, like at a certain point. I was probably like 8 or 9, and I would always think I would be scared because
you wrote that when you were 8 years old.
No, I didn't write this when I was 8 or 9. But my thought process when I was like 8 or 9, everybody said the world was gonna end in 2012, and the only thought that I had, I didn't care about like meeting my favorite celebrity or fucking accomplishing something. All I wanted to make sure that happened before I died was that I fucked. And it was hilarious to me because it was like, what am I going to do? Like, if I wake up one day and I see meteors outside, like, am I going to run outside and look for the first person to fuck? Like, who's willing to do this with me before I go? So the premise of it was the world's ending and you're trying to find somebody to fuck. That's all you think about. Like, damn, how can I get my last nut? But I can't. I got to translate it into a way that it's funny with the delivery.
I think this is funny because all of these are Matrix jokes. I think I was watching The Matrix
like 7 times.
It's like The Matrix. And he's like, oh, you think it's breathe? When Morpheus was like, you think that's air you're breathing? And he farts.
Yo. It's this fucking gas from his farts.
Yo, you know what sucks about being an adult, bro?
What's that? Because
like when you're a kid, it's like you can make whatever the fuck you want, right? But you don't have like the resources or the skills to do it. But then when you're an adult, you just feel like nothing will work, right? Like you see all these edits that people make. It's like, and it's like, damn, you know, I would never make that right now. But if I was like 17 years old, I would think that's so fucking funny.
Yeah. Nah, I get you. I mean, it depends. Like, there's certain shit that does stand the test of time, but then there's certain shit that's only fucking relevant to certain age groups. So, like, yeah, you see there's some, like, fucking, most of TikTok is for a younger age group, when you think about it.
I don't know. I mean, my stuff is pretty funny that I see.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They're going to have stuff for everybody. They want everybody to use the platform. But I feel like the attention span is really, they benefit off of attention spans in children most. Those are the ones watching fucking Moana 10 times in a row. Those are the ones not only saving their favorite TikTok, but remaking it.
But the thing is, all right, so like for me, as I'm older, I focus more on like creating my own stuff, right? Like I feel like at your age, like the reason why you do all that, like, you know, the streaming stuff that you do is because you're younger. So you're like, I'm going to cut up other people's stuff and I'm going to make content out of other people's content. Like for me, I can't see myself doing that because it's like, that's taking away attention and time from the stuff that I'm making. So I can't really just like help another person's like, you know?
No, don't get me wrong. Listen, the only reason why I cut, like what he's talking about is when I cut up somebody's streams and I like post it on this. I'm working on an account right now that it's going to be to replace. I'm posting clips that I hope do well and that I hope bring subscribers in. But that page is going to be pretty much my clips page. The same page, you know how we're checking out clips pages like an hour ago. That's essentially what that's going to be. It's going to be a clip page for my streams and shit. So even though it seems like, yeah, I am giving them more light by reposting their clips and shit, it's really for me to have. I'm kind of backing off of their platform in a sense.
Nah, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong about it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like editing these clips for this podcast is so much work that it's like, you know, like I'd rather put that time and energy into like this one instead of just like, damn, you know, like, cause the thing is, it's like when I was younger, bro, like I would make these AMVs and they were doing good for me, but it's like when you get that first copyright strike, bro, and you're like, damn, I could lose my channel. Like it's not worth it anymore. So you're just like focus on like, oh, I'm just gonna do my own shit.
No, of course. Yeah, if you're looking at the bigger picture right now, I guess I'm looking at it from like a smaller perspective. Like, what can I do to attract the most traction the quickest? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can I do to get the wheels rolling the fastest? And the best way to do that is use somebody's content who already has some momentum. And I don't think it's the best way, but it's definitely a way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say I start averaging 1,000 views, 2,000 views, and then I post my clip in between those clips. It might not get the 2,000 views, but it's gonna get at least 800
on some Soldier Boy shit.
Yeah, on so literally like kind of tricking people into. But it's not even that. It's people don't give a fuck anyway. They just want to be entertained. So if they click on a I Show Speed clip and then a Kai Cenat clip, and then my clip ends up being next, as long as it's interesting, as long as there's something going on in those 15, 20 seconds or 2 minutes, however long the clip is, like people are gonna watch it. Not only because it's, you know what I'm saying, like within the algorithm they're watching, but because they just want to be entertained.
My bad, kid. Bro, I wrote, being in a desert and you see a mirage and it's water, but then it's actually a Wingstop. I fucking hate Wingstop, dog.
I see that based on that joke. You would prefer to see.
No, there's like three. Well, yeah, there's like three. No, there's two Wingstop jokes. Hi, welcome to Wingstop. Oh, can I have some salt? Would you like extra salt with that? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Fucking idiot with the Z's. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yo, you know what's funny, bro? Well, before I get onto that, like with Wingstop, dog, like actually I'll talk about that after. But I noticed that, like, all right, I'm
trying to find old jokes.
Okay.
I'm listening to you.
Now, like with Wingstop, bro, Wingstop is so damn salty. Like, have you ever had Wingstop?
I have, bro. My mom fucking loves that shit. She's always telling me to order it. I'm like, bro, it's like $50 for fucking.
I know, right?
20 wings, and then they're not even all that, bro. They're good wings, but they're not the best. They're not fucking.
Bro, they're salty as hell. Like, I remember the first time I ever had that shit, bro. I was like,
you talking about the lemon pepper ones? Is that what you had?
Yeah.
Them shits are salty. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, every single time that I ate Wingstop, Wingstop.
I do like, they have them fucking. My bad, what were you gonna say?
No, what are you saying? Oh, you do. You were doing DoorDash before, right?
Yeah.
You ever had to pick up at Wingstop?
Yeah.
That shit fucking sucks, right? Every
that
time.
Shit, bro, there's like 4 people in front of you all picking up fucking orders. They're all waiting around. See, Jordan. Oh, that's a lot of meal. That's how they do it. Listen, how you know you walk in and you see like 4 people and they're all looking at their phone, like looking up.
Right?
And then as soon as they make eye contact, see. It's like, bro.
All right, so when you go pick up an order, right? Do you feel like you have like dominion, I guess, or like you're like what is the word? You're the what is, you know, like you're first, right? You know what I'm talking about? I can't think of the word.
What do you mean? Repeat that.
Like your priority, right? Like as like a DoorDash or like Uber Eats, you feel like your authority, like your priority when it comes to like picking up orders, or do you feel like you are last to get the order?
That app is a little bit weird in the sense of like, I don't know exactly how it works. If it's, are you closer to the restaurant?
No, I'm talking about when you go into the restaurant, you're gonna pick it up.
Oh, like, what about like once you're in the restaurant, what happens?
All right, so look, I'm just gonna tell a story.
Yeah, my bad. I'm a little lost.
Now you're good. So I remember how it's so funny, like when I look at the progression of this shit, right? Because doing Uber Eats and DoorDash gave me such a grandiose like ego, bro. Because I remember I went into Pollo Tropical and I was like waiting in the line and shit, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna ask them. And I was like, oh, excuse me, I'm picking up for this one. And then she's like, oh, here, and she just gave it to me, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm that nigga.
They over here handing me motherfucking food.
Yeah.
No questions, no nothing. Yeah.
Right? No, but it's just the fact that there's like a whole line and I got to skip it, and I was like, oh shit, I'm like, you know, like it's cool to do this DoorDash shit. And then as time progressed, I would just be like,
Yeah, just show the fucking phone. No words, no interaction.
yeah.
It's crazy.
No, but it's my bad. Before I was gonna say, because I used to work in a restaurant, and them niggas, I used to hate them niggas, bro. I used to hate DoorDash and Uber Eats people because they would always be like such dicks. They'd be like,
Yeah.
bro, well, like, why is it, what you mean the food's not ready? I'm like, nigga, I don't fucking, like, ask the cook. I'm not the cook. I'm in the front.
That shit is try. I remember one time I waited like 40 minutes for a McDonald's order, and the lady told me like, oh yeah, we can't do anything about it.
They tell you to come inside?
Just cancel the order.
You waited
I was
inside?
inside. I was waiting inside for 40 minutes. I'm like, bro, if the order says it's here, everything. I waited for 40 minutes. And then he's like, no, it's not popping up. Sorry, can't do anything about it. Just cancel the order. I canceled the order, bro. I asked the lady for like a free drink. She's like, oh, I can't do that. No, this and that. And I remember I got mad at her. I'm like, oh, fuck you.
I hope that you didn't just cancel. I hope you didn't just cancel it. And I hope that you called DoorDash and be like, oh, excuse me.
I sent the lady a message. I'm like, yo, look, like this order's not fucking working out. I'm not sure. It's not popping up in the system. The lady tells me like, all right, don't worry about it. Just cancel it. I'm going to make the order again. I cancel it. As soon as I cancel, I get another order at the same McDonald's. I'm like, fuck this. I'm leaving, bro. Like, I'm not going through this shit, bro. And the lady was being a fucking bitch. Honestly, bro, I have decent experience on DoorDash, but there's a few moments where it's like, I'd rather really just stayed home today. Like,
I used to love that. But, bro, all right. So, like, one of my last experiences, like picking up from McDonald's, it was for Uber Eats. And I was here, right? I was in my room, and I was in my room for like 30, 40 minutes, right?
uh-huh.
And, you know, I left, and then I finally went to the McDonald's across the street. And then I'm waiting in line for like 20 minutes, right? 20 to 30 minutes I'm waiting. This has already been an hour, right?
Yeah.
And I get to the front of the line, and the lady is like, and I'm like, oh, I'm picking up this order. And the lady's like, oh, you have to come inside. I'm like, bitch, like, why do I have to come inside? Like, just hand it to me, right? Like, it's literally right there on the thing.
Yeah,
like,
and you waited the line already, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I hate
and bro, you know what the order was? An apple fucking pie, my nigga.
one apple pie. Yeah,
One apple. Yeah, and she's like, oh, it's not ready yet. You have to come inside. I'm like, how is it not ready? It's an apple pie. Like, what? How is one item not ready? Actually, no, it was a Sunday.
Listen, I'll tell you what. That's what happens when you put fucking 10 people in a building. You give them all like $9 an hour and expect people to be happy with it. Bro. Fuck that. I used to work at McDonald's, bro. I'm telling you, this shit is whack.
No, but were you doing like those DoorDash orders and Uber Eats orders?
What, like working?
Yeah, like working at McDonald's.
After working at McDonald's, I started doing DoorDash and stuff.
No, like
during that time,
yeah,
they had just brought in. I worked at McDonald's in 2017, I think. That was like the first year that those apps really started to like get integrated with the businesses. A lot at that time, there was a lot of companies that weren't even accepting that shit. And it's like, oh, now you can get KFC with Grubhub, and you're like, oh shit, you could order it now. But that was all new at the time, so it was fresh. But yeah, it was like the first time we were getting actual orders online of people. It was a little machine. It's like ding ding ding. You gotta accept it, and then you had a DoorDash order pop up, and you'd have to give it to them. But that was like the first year that really happened. I think in 2016 we didn't see it. At the beginning of 2016, for sure, that shit wasn't happening.
No, I started because I was working in a restaurant in 2020, and every time that DoorDash order would pop up, I'm like, damn, that's so annoying.
Yeah, nah, it's a little. Most companies use the same little fucking ding 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 ding. It's like a little screen shit.
Now I get PTSD whenever I hear people's like, because they deactivated me, so it's like every time I hear
the fucking the thing to get like an order and shit.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Bro, there's so many. The smell of McDonald's gives me PTSD. That shit. Every time I get an order at McDonald's, like I go to get food over there or some shit, and I smell the inside of the fucking establishment. I'm like, oh my god, I used to hate it, bro. Clocking at 6 a.m. You got people asking you for fucking coffee with attitude. Like, fuck you. I get paid $8.75 an hour. You're not gonna tell me shit that's gonna make me care about my job right now.
Bro, DoorDash would make me like be. No, I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say. Well, I feel like we gotta end it pretty soon.
Yeah. I have to use the restroom.
It's been 3,000 bars.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Can
you imagine?
Mexicans will say, "Oh shit!" On me.
Can you imagine rapping this long?
I'm rapping. I'm capping. You ever see that the meme of the lady? She's like, "Don't get on here rapping." She adds a guy to it's like a teenager. She adds this kid to the fucking live. But the first thing is, don't get on here rapping, I'm capping, I'm flipping, and like he started. I don't know. It's just funny.
Nah, you gotta send me that. But
I got you.
I didn't get to ask, we didn't get to talk about any of the topics. What do you think about these UFOs that were spotted recently, real quick?
Elon Musk. Nah, fuck, bro. I think when you see a lot of UFOs, there's definitely some other shit going on. I think it's. I mean, this is just my personal opinion. I don't know I don't know shit. I don't know anything. Just to make that clear. But if I had to say what's going on, there's UFOs since the beginning of time, at least in my opinion, and I think they focus on them when there's something else going on, for one. And then for two, also is like you see a lot of UFOs and shit getting shot down recently. I think it has something to do with the wars and aliens kind of like interfering when shit starts to go south. I think they try to protect things from going too bad.
Well, do you feel like we are ready for like for aliens to be like exposed to us? Like, hey guys, we're here, aliens.
I think we live in such a fucking clown world today that I think we're ready for anything. Yeah, clown world. Anything's accepted. Anything's possible. You got people walking around with fucking furries, and that's what that's what they identify as. And respect to all the furries out there, but
I don't respect no furry nigga. If you're wearing a furry suit,
you live in a clown world. Now, real talk, bro. That shit's all fucking. I mean, you do what you want, but as long as you're based in reality and understand that this shit is real life.
The last thing I was gonna ask is, what song are you like listening to religiously? I want to know that.
Smoking out the window.
What do we know? Weapons of
Listen, lately I've been burn. Cause the weapon shall prosper. That song is too good, bro.
I've actually been listening to it, bro.
I know. I could tell based on your stories.
What were you saying?
Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, Smoking Out the Window. That song is fucking. What does he say? Just the other night she was gripping on my tires, screaming Hercules, and then he hits the little kick move. That shit is smooth right there. You want to be a player? You listen to some Bruno and some Anderson, and after like a month of consistent religious replays, you will be smooth and you will be velvet and you will be player.
I gotta check that out. Yo,
yeah.
Before we go, I wanted to say like it's funny because that made me remind me of like I went on this date with this girl, right? And it was really not like we kissed and shit, and it was like really like good. And I was like, I felt like I felt I sent for her, right? But it was just like it was
on Twitch. What were you saying though?
Yeah, no, like it's funny because after the date, like I went in my car and I was listening to like this little Tekka song, and it sounded so fucking good, right? Like I don't know what it was. I think it was just because how I was feeling that day. And I'm just like listening to this little Tekka song. I'm like, bro, this is the best fucking song I ever heard in my life.
You fuck with Tekka? Tekka
yeah.
shit is hard.
Oh yeah,
Tekka shit.
Yeah, I love little Tekka's music. But it's so funny because I was like listening to it over and over and over and over and over again, and then she didn't hit me back up. So I was like, damn, I fucking hate this song. And it was so good to me at that time. And it's so because I was like, I would just listen to it over and over and over again.
Yeah, no, but it's funny though because your brain didn't determine how good it was based on what you heard sonically. It determined how good it was based on the experience you had while listening to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
But it's still a good song. But now it's like I gotta think of that. Like, damn,
like, fuck that. Nah, I have it to a lot of our favorite songs. It's like we listen to it around a certain time.
Yeah,
and then
fuck her.
Yeah, fuck that bitch, bro. Fuck that bitch. You hear me? Fuck that bitch. It's Valentine's Day week. Kings, you are all high value men. You don't need to take that shit. Go watch 6 foot, not Fresh and Fit, because we're taking over. You're 6 feet, not 6
I was gonna
foot.
say, yeah, but you messed up.
Yeah,
you messed up that name, bro.
You didn't even, bro. How the fuck are you on the pod? You don't even know the name of the podcast. My bad, bro. My bad.
No, but you did say
right
Brazers.
Got a shake on the camera.
Yeah, you said Brazers.
Listen, the fact that
he really said Brazers.
The fact that he was able to correct me, and the fact that I still am going to say Brazers when I leave this lovely establishment.
Oh wait, before, bro, isn't it? You know, I was thinking about this earlier this week, right? I think it was yesterday actually, and I was thinking like, damn, you know what's crazy? I'm probably like an expert at porn because I've like watched so much porn over my lifetime that it's like, how do you not become a master of like pornography when you watch so much porn every single fucking day of your life?
Listen, if you go on this man's Instagram, his right arm is bigger than his left. All right, this is not. No, I'm fucking.
It really is.
My boy's an expert. All right, I don't know why he wanted to break that up at the end. You know, like you got some pride in it or something.
Because it's a funny ass.
I'm fucking with you. Nah, it is.
Because they say like you only need like 10,000 hours of like to master something, but that's way more. Like I've watched way like bro. I used to
I've been mastered that shit, homie.
I'm a masturbator. Because bro, I spend like 3-4 hours watching porn like every day, bro.
Yeah,
so it's
to
like
the point.
that's a
Listen,
lot.
I've been through it, bro. Where it's like, who's this for? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it gets bad, bro. But yeah, I'm a master masturbator as well.
Master masturbator.
I've hung up the title. I'm passing it on to the next generation.
No fap.
No fap.
2023.
Listen, if you want to achieve anything in life, and we joked a lot on this podcast, and I don't know how much views this shit gonna get, but pray, meditate,
Million.
and be disciplined. And those are the 3 things if you want to succeed. That is all for today, folks.
Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment below what your favorite masturbation position is. And with that being said, if you guys watch it all the way to the end, comment pineapple so we know that you watched it.
If you comment pineapple, you're a fucking legend. You hear me? A fucking
Legendary.
GOAT, goat. Thank you, everybody, for watching and tuning in.
Yay!
Love you all.